A beautiful Florida newlywed allegedly hires a hitman to kill her husband. But what she doesn't know is that the so-called hitman is a cop. And when she's caught in the middle of the sting, she pretends to break down in tears after she's told about the deed being done, like he's dead. All of it caught on video. I want you to watch this, but keep your eyes as well on the other officers who are there, because they're all trying to play along on this sting.
Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry. Try to calm down. Right now, we need to get you. We need to get you to the police station. I can't let you in, man. We have to do our job. You have to find his store, okay? We need you to calm down. I need you to go with these detectives, okay? Is there enemies? Is there anyone that would want to hurt him? Okay, who would want to hurt him? What if it's like I saw a black male running from me? I can't let you see him, ma'am. Ma'am, I cannot do this right now. Ma'am, I can't do it. I need you to take her to the station.
I'd feel so bad for her if, in fact, that were true. But here's the deal. Did you see those guys? The guys behind the cop that gave her the news going like, any day now I can get on with my job. They were all in on it. It was a sting. He wasn't dead. They were just telling her that to get her reaction, videotaping it too. But then there was another chapter of this very real-life drama, and it came to light when that young lady was hauled into an interview room and being interrogated by the police, and then her husband walked in. You know, the one that she thought was dead? Yeah, here's how that went.
Oh my God!
He's alive.
Come here, please. Come here. Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here.
Can't fix it.
Why not? I didn't do anything
I
to
heard
you.
you.
Mike, come here, please. Come here.
That is never good. Ms. DiPolito was convicted of this crime back in 2011, but all of that got reversed on appeal because of a technicality, and now that case is back in court, heading for a retrial. But the key video that you're watching, this one right here, I'm so upset. DiPolito reacting to the fake news that her husband's dead. He's alive. That is not something that the jury is going to be allowed to hear. How do you feel about that? Dalia DiPolito's attorney has some opinions on that. Brian Claypool, he's live with me. And Jason Brody also has some feelings. He's Dalia's ex-husband, Michael DiPolito's attorney. Hello to both of you, and thank you for being here. Brian, I'm going to start with you. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It is really hard watching that video. And I think it's hard for me to think about you, because that is a real uphill climb, knowing that that video exists. But there's so much more as well. How do you defend her?
Well, first of all, Ashley, don't judge a book by its cover. When I first saw that video, I thought the same thing everybody else across the country is thinking. Wow, did she really do this? But I got to tell you, what the state prosecutors want everyone to believe is that that video is the final chapter of the Dalia DiPolito saga. What we're going to do in this trial, though, is give the jury chapters 1 through 10. And that is a police department that was more fixed on generating fame and notoriety for the members of the police department than it was for safeguarding her constitutional rights.
That's a fair argument. Jason, what do you think about some of this video actually being suppressed? Like that stuff we just showed, that whole, crocodile tear drama that wasn't true. The jury's not going to see it.
Yeah, it's amazing they're not going to see all that stuff, but the state believes that they have enough evidence without that video that they can convict her. They don't want to run the risk again of having a conviction and then having it overturned.
The state fought it. The state fought to keep that in. We kept it out, and the reason why is because the Boynton Beach PD already had probable cause to arrest Dalia DiPolito, and instead what they did, instead of arresting her, they went out and created fictional drama for a TV show.
Okay, all right. So to that point, I want to play this because I said before there were hours and hours and hours of undercover video, and I'm about to play another piece. It doesn't bode well for Dalia. This is that time when those cops that do this for a living and know that they got to cover their you-know-whats give you lots of options to back out of the plan. And here's how that went. Take a look.
If it's not done by Wednesday, then I'll call you. If it's done by Wednesday, the only thing you're going to hear from me is to collect, all right? Which is why I said that, between now and when it's done, you're not going to have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, I'm talking to him.
There's no changing, there's no, I'm determined already. I'm positive, 5,000% sure, I was stressing when you told me you were going to come up here, and then I'm, looking at the time, I'm like, what the he's not coming, he's not this, it's all this stuff or whatever. No, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. As soon as he told me, listen, I need the money from you, I went, I grabbed it right away, we were good to go. With me, you're not going to have a problem, you're not going to have an issue.
Ouch, 5,000%. I'm 5,000% sure. Brian Claypool, 5,000% sure. And you're saying this is all about drama? Are you saying that she was pretending? Because in the first trial, that was the defense. This was all an act. She thought she was acting. She thought everybody was part of the show. Her boyfriend or lover was an actor. Is this still the defense for round two?
No, that's not the cornerstone of our defense, Ashley. Yeah, what our defense is that Dalia was pressured by the confidential informant, Mohammed Shiadat. He was the confidential informant. He was pressuring her to go through and get videotaped with the undercover officer, Whitty Jean, because he had been threatened and pressured by the Boynton Beach Police Department unless he went through with this. Remember, Ashley, the first phone call made by the informant to the police station was, hey, I think this woman might want to hurt her husband, but it's not a serious deal, and I don't think it's a big deal, and I don't want to be involved. People don't realize that.
Jason, does that make sense to you?
Ashley, if this is at all true, tell me why when she was sitting in that interrogation room and they showed her Michael was alive, why at that point didn't she say this was fake? Why at the time that she was going through all the interviews and making phone calls, she made a phone call from jail to Michael. Why didn't she say, Michael, why don't you tell him this is all fake? Why don't we tell him that? Why didn't she during the entire divorce case where we were representing Michael? Hang on a second, Brian. I'll let you speak. Brian, stop. How come during the entire divorce case, where I've been involved in this case from the beginning in 2009, did she never say this?
I'm going to have to leave it there. I gave you both your say on this, but this is going to be litigated, and there is going to be more coverage in it, and I hope both of you will come back and talk to me about it. And I'm just glad no one is dead, because then I can laugh about video, because otherwise, that would be one real ugly tragedy. So thank you guys. Appreciate it, Brian. Jason,
Thanks, Ashley.
Take care.
Thank you. Have a good evening.